Halfway through the season, are you pleased with how things have gone so far?
Yeah, I am. We had a tricky June, or first half of June, and a tricky on all of May. They weren't running consistently. They were running okay, but we weren't exactly hitting our straps. But since the middle of June, they've run really well, and I'm very pleased with where we are, and hopefully we can finish off the year well as well.
And Muhanak gave you a brilliant win in America last year. What's the plan for that one?
Muhanak starts in the Stevenson Stakes at Newbury on Saturday, listed race over 10 furlongs, and we'll then work our way back with a view to going back to America. It's not the be-all and end-all, Sam. As you know, they've changed the trip of the Breeders' Cup Marathon to 1 mile and 6. And so there's a quite certain amount of conjecture as to whether he'll get the trip or not. Interestingly, Pat Smullen, his regular rider, feels he definitely will. I'm not convinced, but I feel we have to try. So it's likely that he'll run Saturday, and then he'll run in the Geoffrey Freer in August, possibly the September Stakes, possibly the Diamond Stakes, the race he won in Ireland last year, and we'll aim to go back to Santa Anita.
And a couple of others we saw earlier. Aniche Stellato, what's the plan for her?
She's had a break since a rather disastrous run in the Ribblesdale. Aniche Stellato is not a straightforward character, and in retrospect, putting headgear on her was not a good idea. We'll bring her back gradually and work our way up to a late autumn campaign. She's got plenty of ability, but a character that she takes a bit of working out. So we'll see how we go. Penang Princess did very well to win at Kempton last time, over 2 miles, sort of grounded out from the front. I think she'll get even further. She's had a small blip since that run at Kempton, and we probably won't see her until sort of mid-August again. But she's an improving filly, and I feel that she'll carry on improving. She's done well to win over 1 mile and 6, given that I'm pretty sure she'll get further than 2 miles. So she's done her own as well, and I'm sure she'll pay her way in the future.
And of course you've got the Royal-owned horse, Royal Superlative. What's the plan for that one?
Yeah, big step forward from Royal Superlative last time. Although she got beat, they were at Chepstow, having won her maiden there. She was beaten ahead in a fillies handicap there 10 days ago. And they pulled 7 lengths clear of the third. So it was a big step up. The handicap, and needless to say, has clobbered her with a 6-pound rise. But I feel she's capable of defying it, and she'll probably step up to 1 mile and a quarter. Now there's a fillies handicap the beginning of August at Newbury, which we might run in.
And Vivace occupies the most famous box here. Desert Orchid and Persian Punches still. Any plans for that one?
Yes, I'm not sure she'll reach those dizzy heights, but she's working well. And I think she's improved since Salisbury, and I think she'll probably run on Monday at Windsor in a 10 furlong maiden. She's shown enough to say that she's capable of winning a maiden, but it's not always that straightforward, and handicaps may be a forte.
And what's the plan with Cape Amber?
Cape Amber, we were getting her ready for the Dahlia Stakes at the Guineas meeting, and she ran into a problem and had to have a month off. She's back in work now. It's possible she may run in a Group 3, the Uphaven fillies at Salisbury in the sort of 8th, 10th of August. It may be that she takes a little bit longer than that. But we'll be aiming for mile and 10 furlong Group 3s. And there's plenty of options for fillies of her rating and her standing through the autumn and up to the end of the season. So we'll hopefully pick up another race with her.
Top Town Girl's another one we saw earlier. What's the plan for her?
She's filly, just seems to be coming back to hand again. You know, she wasn't a bad 2-year-old. She just went a little bit astray on us at the beginning of the year, but she's working well again now, and I think probably she'll definitely go where the ground dictates. She needs plenty of dig in the ground, but I should be able to find a race for her within the next 2 or 3 weeks on the right ground, on the right trip. She could go to Windsor on Monday. Mullion went to run the same race at Raggle Taggle at Newmarket. Just didn't really pan out for her. She saw a bit too much daylight. She could well run an enlisted race at the Curragh next weekend. So 10 days' time. She needs a bit of juice in the ground, so it's possible she'll get it in Ireland, and we'll go from there. She, having won is sort of 3 or 4 handicaps now, her owner is very keen to try and get some black type. Being an Oasis Stream filly with a good pedigree, that makes sense, so we'll keep trying that angle.
And you're starting to have quite a few 2-year-old runners at the moment. Any particularly exciting you?
Yes, we've had a good week with the 2-year-olds. Tropical Treat went in first time out on Monday at Windsor, beat the Colts. Generally, you know, filly to beat the Colts first time out, they're generally above average. So she's a possible for the St Hughes or the Lowther, as is Puff, who won yesterday first time out at Lingfield. 2 nice, sharp fillies who should be followed through the rest of the year. The others are the Colts. We've got a nice Pentra Celeb horse called Kenzai, who finished 3rd first time out the other day at Salisbury. He's one to keep an eye on through the rest of the year. Sharpish cab colt called King of Windsor, who should be appearing in the next few weeks. 3 parts brother to Celtic Slipper, who we trained, called San Cassiano. He's quite a nice horse. He should be watched as well. And I've got a nice Giant's Causeway filly called Goolagong, who was about to run about 3 weeks ago and just ran into a glitch. She's on her way back now. She should be kept an eye out for as well.